So this week, we are going to be working with the admin section of a project. And everything that we are going to be doing this week, we have done before. The only difference is that we are doing it now in the admin section. So you're going to be downloading an app and you're going to be kind of coding some of it out. And I'm going to give you a starter application. And I'm going to show you what the finished product is going to look like when you run it. Um, so this has Google authentication in it. You are going to be doing a little customizing of the controllers and the views because the public facing part of the site is only going to have the index and details view. And people who are authenticated through Google are going to be automatically registered as users. And they will have access to, everything in the public facing section. So I'm going to show you how this works. The people who do not log in and authenticate are only going to have access to the home page, the landing page, which is this page. They will have access to privacy and they will have access to contact. Okay, and that's it. In order to see anything else, you have to log in and authenticate. So if they try to go into any other area, they are going to get the login screen. And then they'll click here. And what it's doing is it's checking to see if they are a registered user. And if they're not, it's adding them to our registration system and it's giving them a role of user. Okay, so once they authenticate, what they're going to have access to is all of these index pages and the detail pages. But they are not going to be able to go into the admin section, which we access through here. Okay, because it'll say access denied. They don't get to go into that. Okay, so they only get to go into the public facing section. Okay, so I'm going to log out. In order to get into the admin section, you have to log in with the administrative credentials. So this is just like what we did with the Google authentication last week. Okay, but this week, it's a whole nother section of the application that you have to log in to access. So we're going to log in here with the administrative login information, which I'm going to have to look up because it's in the seed data. And so I'm going to log in here. Okay. Okay. And so once I log in, I can get into this administrative portal. Okay. And as an administrator, I have access to everything. So, I mean, if I want to delete, I can. If I want to edit, I can do that as well. Change the budget. And let's see, here it is. So I gave us more money. If I want to delete it, I can. So only the administrator has access to this section. The administrator can also click on this and go back to the public facing section and access all of these pages as well. So this is what you're going to be setting up. I have given you kind of the start of this project. I've given you all the styling. I've given you all of the pages, and you're going to start by going through. You're going to go through this public-facing section, okay? Not the areas yet. You're going to go through this public-facing section, and you're going to remove the CRUD pages from the views. So all of your views are just going to be index and detail. And then you're going to have to go into the controllers and remove all of the CRUD action methods. And after that, you will be going up into areas. You're going to create an admin folder. You will create a controllers and a views folder. And then you're going to scaffold all the pages. And it's scaffolding the same way we've done it all semester. Okay, but when you scaffold these pages, you're literally going to right click on this controller folder. Okay, and when you right click on this controller folder, where it's going to put the controllers is here, and it'll put the corresponding views down here. Okay, so this is where they will all be located. Okay, and you can see I created an admin home controller, okay, which I believe I'm going to have you do as well. And then I generated all of these other ones. Okay, and then there was some customizing I had to do because employee projects, it does not, that's a bridge table, so it's not going to code it right, so we got to fix it. And then there's some minor other tweaks that we're going to be making to the controllers and the views that are outlined in the directions. But again, all the changes that you're going to be making are ones that you have made before. The only difference is we're in a little different area of our project. Okay, so once we get done setting everything up, so we've got the pages looking the way that we want in the admin section and in the public facing section, then we're going to add all of the identity pages, just like we did last week. And then we're going to add in the Google authentication, just like we did last week. Okay, and then our final step is going to be putting those authorized data annotations into the various controllers. And actually, you can kind of see that I have it here. Okay, so I'm in the admin section. So if I look at these controllers, you're going to see I'm limiting the role to admin. But down here in the public facing section, okay, admin and user can come in here. And in the home controller, you'll notice that I don't have anything because this is all for public view. Okay, so all of this is in the directions. It's kind of a combination of what we've been doing in all the previous weeks. So if you have questions or problems, let me know. When you go to upload this, you are not going to have to remove any of the client secrets or the admin passwords as long as you keep your repository private. And so what that means after you upload it is you're going to have to share it with me so that I can correct it. Okay, so when you upload a private repository, and you can see this one is private, only you can see it. So you're going to have to go into settings, and you're going to have to hit collaborators. And you're going to have to kind of verify your account. And then you're going to add people. And the person that you need to add is me. So put in my GitHub is with my personal Gmail. So you're going to have to put in my personal Gmail and add me to the repository, and then I'll be able to correct it. So if you have any questions or run into problems, let me know. And hopefully seeing the big picture, how everything comes together. Hopefully you guys all think this is really pretty cool. Um, and this is the type of application that we create for clients.